Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brainbean here again, back from a bit of a break, feeling rested and rejuvenated. Thank you guys for sticking with me and being supportive throughout that. Sometimes you just need a bit of a mental reset. But now I'm ready to go, and I'm excited to bring you guys the new Razer Viper Ultimate Wireless Gaming Mouse, which is available as of today. And essentially, this just seeks to elevate an already great gaming mouse from Razer. And I don't know what's going on with those guys right now, but they need to keep on drinking that respawn because apparently it's working for them, because their last few releases have been killer. And the Razer Viper Ultimate is truly the endgame gaming mouse, and I'm going to talk to you guys about exactly why that is. So with that, let's go ahead and check this thing out. Now, because I've already reviewed the original Viper, I'm going to try not to repeat as much info and just focus on what's new with the Ultimate. But for those of you that don't know much about the original Viper, if you want to start there, or after this video you want to learn more about it in a little bit more detail, I'll have the link down to that original video for you in the description. Starting as always with construction and design, the Viper Ultimate remains largely unchanged. That's good with me. I like the Viper and I've used mine since my original review. It's an 8-button ambidextrous mouse. It retains the same shape as the Viper. It's still got the RGB Razer logo in the grip, and it has the same matte black texture. Still, there are a few variations in the design, and there are a lot of changes made under the hood. You'll notice there's a small variation in the mouse 1 and 2 buttons. They now connect under the palm grip instead of over. Really, this just means that there's a small divot that you can feel, but I didn't really find it distracting in any way, and after about 2 minutes of use, you'll forget that it's there entirely. To add on to my original review, after using the Viper for the last few months, I still find the ambidextrous design comfortable, and I really like that Razer's entry into the lightweight market doesn't have any of that Swiss cheese look that a lot of the other mice do. I still do find myself missing the larger thumb buttons from the Mamba or the Death Adder, but by now I have gotten used to the smaller ones on the Viper. But if I could make one change to this mouse, that'd be it. As you guys can probably tell by now and from the introduction, this is a wireless mouse. Because of this, the Ultimate is a little bit heavier at 74 grams, which is only 5 grams heavier than the original Viper. And considering that they had to pack a battery and other tech required for wireless capability, I think that's pretty damn good. And I highly doubt that you guys are going to notice the 5-gram increase in weight here anyways. I actually found that not feeling tethered by the cable actually kind of gives you the illusion that the mouse is a little bit lighter. The Viper Ultimate uses Razer's hyperspeed wireless technology for lightning fast response and a reliable connection. I've been using this mouse for about a week or so, and I've had zero latency issues whatsoever. It's snappy, consistent, and super impressive overall. Now, per Razer, hyperspeed is about 25% faster than other leading brands, and the reason it's so consistent is because it uses an optimized data protocol, which essentially just lets it switch between frequencies in real time to find the fastest lag-free channel for the best data transmission. Now, admittedly, up until about a year ago, I was a pretty devout wired mouse guy. I just didn't want to run into the risk of losing connection in a critical moment in game or feeling sluggish or anything like that. And once I gave the Mamba wireless a try, I really started to feel a little bit more safe when using a wireless mouse, and it really does free up the feeling. Now, with the Viper Ultimate in this case, that really is not going to be an issue. And through all of my extensive testing and using this mouse, I've had zero issues with it whatsoever. It's been super fast and snappy. And for me, another thing I noticed is that when using a wired mouse, sometimes I'm always, wondering what's going on with the cable, or you feel a slight tug, or with a quick drag across the mat, you pull on your mouse bungee or something like that. And being untethered really does free up from subconsciously thinking about what's going on with your desk and allows me to fully focus on what's going on in game. Now, of course, with anything wireless, charging and battery are just as important. The Viper Ultimate comes with a braided USB cable that connects to the included charging dock that can also conveniently hold the mouse dongle right on your desk, minimizing the distance between the mouse and the dongle. The dock is chroma enabled for some RGB underglow that can of course sync with all your other Razer gear. And I really like this inclusion over what they did with the Mamba wireless, where you had to physically plug in the mouse every few days. And just being able to pop the mouse on the dock after you're done or just in between matches is super convenient. I just can't overstate how much I appreciate this inclusion. And what's most impressive to me is that just 10 minutes on the dock will provide 5 hours of playtime, so it charges incredibly fast. Overall battery life here is about 70 hours, so you can basically have it last about a week or so on a single charge depending on how much you play. And realistically, you'll probably pop it on the dock much more often than that, so running out of juice really shouldn't be an issue. Now Razer's also introducing their new Focus Plus optical sensor on this mouse. It's a 20,000 dpi mouse with 99.6 overall accuracy, 650 IPS, which are impressive specs, but what's most interesting about this inclusion are the sensor's 3 intelligent functions. There's smart tracking, which does away with the need to manually calibrate the mouse to each new surface that you're playing on. So smart tracking automatically calibrates itself across different mouse surfaces, ensuring liftoff distance and accuracy remain consistent the entire time. There's asymmetric cutoff, which allows you to set the distance at which the mouse starts tracking again after picking it up, so essentially lets you set your landing distance. And motion sync, which essentially you could think of it as G-Sync for your mouse, as it aligns your mouse's signal intervals to the rate that the PC actually extracts information from the sensor for maximum responsiveness. And I think all of these new intelligent features are a really great way that helps this mouse feel like an extension of your hand, which realistically is what we're all looking for in a great gaming mouse. Razer also overhauled the feet of the mouse to 5 higher quality PTFE feet instead of the 2 larger ones on the original Viper, which as you can see here, mine are pretty chewed up just after a few months on my Firefly mousepad. The new feet do glide smoother and give it a more floating feel overall, so it's a small thing, but it is a nice improvement. The switches here are still the same new optical mouse switches that are rated to last 70 million clicks, and they do use light to actuate the presses. And over the last few months of using the original Viper, I'm just as happy with these switches as ever, but particularly in the case of a wireless mouse, these switches really shine. Now consider that most wireless mice run their switches at a lower frequency than wired mice to maximize battery life, but this results in corrosion forming on mechanical contacts faster, and as a result, it gives those mice a higher risk of misclicks happening. But Razer's optical switches don't suffer from this problem, which is a huge advantage in a wireless mouse. And realistically, when we're shelling out a ton of money on a piece of kit for your PC, you really want it to last. Now, the Viper Ultimate is going to be available with the dock or without the dock included. It's going to cost you $150 for all of it in one package, $130 for just the mouse, or you can purchase the dock separately later for $50 on its own. But I think realistically, guys, it's much more worth it to just bite the bullet and go with the full $150 package right off the gate, because that dock is going to be super convenient, and I think for 20 extra bucks, it's just a no-brainer. Overall, guys, the Viper Ultimate blows me away on a whole nother level. I went from really enjoying using my regular Viper to just being completely overwhelmed by how awesome the new Viper Ultimate is. The only real thing, like I mentioned, that I would change is I would prefer to have larger side buttons on the mouse, but that's just me, and it is something that you can get used to fairly easily. But when you look at all of the new really great improvements, from the new wireless capability, which is awesome, super reliable, to the new sensor with all of its smart features, the improved feet, all these different things that show that Razer's constantly improving and innovating, and whatever's going on over there, they need to keep doing that because Razer has been absolutely killing it right now. Now, I know I don't normally tell you guys or just fully endorse a product. I like to let you guys make your own decision from what I present to you, but if you guys are looking for a really great wireless mouse, just buy it. Just go out and buy it because this thing is awesome. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the new Viper Ultimate or what your favorite feature here is. And if you want to support the channel as well, I'll have some affiliate links located down in the description for you. If you plan on purchasing one of these mice and you want to help this channel out, I'll have those there for you too. You can give this video a like if you enjoyed it to show your support. And if you're new here, I'd love to see you subscribe, so I've got a lot more videos like this coming for you in the near future. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.